Of course, after a brand new ban list, we have to have some sort of fallout. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button. I look like this because it has been a long day. But, Grizel Prison, after you guys leave a comment down below, I want to be walking away with the booster pack as per usual. Grizel Prison, from Fusion Enforcers, 20 listings. If you control a face-up monster is tribute summoned, ritualed, or fusion summoned. Oh boy, this counts my Mitsurugi monster. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, neither player can synchro, exceed, and synchro and exceed monsters cannot attack, and their effects are negated. Congratulations, everybody. We have found an alternative to floodgating your opponent out. Might not be the best, circumstances, but if you need a card against Yummy, I mean, this is not bad. As you can see, your lowest copies right now, very much coming in the $3.70 to $5 mark right now. Obviously, a lot of these have moved today, a lot more than there should have actually been. Also looks like ultras are, rares. Rares are still very, very cheap. This is actually a very, very good opportunity to pick these up if you wanted some of them on the lower end of things. You don't always have to get the higher end, but yes, this card is very much being looked at right now as an alternative. Oh, God, this thing. So, all I have heard from people today is, where's the Harpy's Featherstorm, Konami? Why'd we not ban the Harpy's Featherstorm? We banned every other floodgate. Konami just doesn't want to ban this card. Right now, as you can see, 16, 16, 17s. You hit the $18 mark there. And then you just kind of accelerate up on this. Now, the real question is, how many of these did move today? Well, you've had a playset, a couple in between. You've had a decent amount of these actually kind of coming through and doing their thing. Realistically, people are going to want to pick this up anyway because the card is just decent as it was. Now that, we've lost a lot of those big floodgates kind of going into this, people are just, they're going to want to, try their best. Exosister Sophia. So, this card has just got obliterated off the market. Now, the reason for this is it's just because this is a draw one. All right. When you have a card that gives you the ability to draw, it typically does generate some decent advantage for the deck. And look at that curve, man. Hitting that $9 mark, accelerating on up. This guy has no business beating $20. But once again, I guess there's more people. You've got Genesis format. You've got new things coming down. We have a Genesis ban list coming on Monday. So, you're going to have people here wanting to pick this stuff up and get a little bit further ahead of the curve. That's just realistically how the market tends to grapple with these sorts of things. Why is Super Soldier still... well, first of all, I'm happy to see that we actually have listings of this repopulating right now, because we have very much been waiting forever to see more Black Luster Soldiers hitting the market. It looks like $30, 43s, 49s, 50s, on up to 65. So we actually have a decent amount of these doing very, very well. And I think that's actually fine. But the other thing is, this card does not sell a lot. You've sold 2 just this month, but then there was not a single sale in September. So you're already so far removed from seeing these actually dropping. It's kind of interesting, man. It really, really is. Oh, the Chronicles decks. Oh, boy. So right now, a case of these decks, for 8 of them, $134, which is not bad. Now, when you get into the Starlights here, Thrust is $88 on up to $99. Actually, what is our sales data on this? How many of these have been moving? Because this is... Somebody bought a set at 100. Interesting that they had enough product for that. 104, 112, and so forth. Okay, we're doing pretty well on that. The Fusion Deployment being the second best one here. We're trucking through 83s. A lot more people wanted the Fusion Deployment. as you can tell. Honestly, it just looks better as a Starlight Rare. I think it's one of my favorite cards. The following of the Virtuous, these are 74s on up to 75s. These are actually kind of, in comparison in listings, I mean, these are both pretty low on listings. The Dragon that Devours the Dogma, $60. The Fleur-de-Lis is $49. Individual decks actually are up. So there's a couple here at 20s, but then you actually go up to 24s. So that cheap $20 line that you're seeing here, based on feedback, is a little bit of a coin flip on if you want to pick it up or not. Now, you come on down here, I mean, Secret Thrust are $9. Fallen and the Virtuous are $8. Regular Thrust from the decks are $4 to $5. Honestly, I mean, this makes sense, right? It is the cheapest Thrust. It is the most easy and accessible copy to get, which is not bad. And then, of course, I see Fusion Deployments are 5s. The Fallen and the Virtuous coming in at 3s. Lubes are 2s. The Black Goat Laughs are also 2s. I see, like, yeah, there's a lot of quantities here on these, but I mean, these are going to sell over time. Realistically, this is one of the single best products to open up in the current day and age. The Dragon that Devours the Dogma stinks that they're $1, but I mean, we've also now got sub-dollar Nibiru's. I don't know if people are going to realize this, but you know, Nib is now one of the cheapest hand traps that you can get. Your Dragon, 40 cents, which is not crazy. Bastiles are cheap. You know, we now have cheap Fleur-de-Lises and even cheaper Ecclesias. Even if you don't like these are still 20 to 30 cent cards, man. And I think realistically, you got to think about that. Cheap cards are very, very important to the market. Those Fusion Deployments are also 40 cents. So, you know, you flip your coin here and see, you know, are we going to continue to see a lot of consistency with this? I don't really know. Platinum Rare Upstart Goblins. So, if you are paying attention to a lot of the Platinum Seek Rare department, you're going to notice a couple of outliers that might really catch your attention. I mean, Upstart's going to be one of those cards. That still is going to be the niche. I mean, $11 for a Platinum Rare copy of Upstart. Honestly, this is pretty stupid if you want to think about that, because when you're just looking at how this card works, for its platinum, you wouldn't think that people would want this, because, you know, you got the super rares and the other higher rarity versions, but people do want these. They are a desired quantity for people. We've also got Hey Trunade. So if you are wanting to know why this is a card worth looking at, it's because when you go look at Genesis format, what is this, 2018 Mega Pack versions are sub-dollars, but I mean, after shipping, they're 2s. These are basically 2s for the original prints, which is not bad. The Ultras from the Advent calendars, 30 cents. Also looks like you can get maximum golds for like 20 to 30 cents. And you can also get, you know, these legendary heroes for 20 cents. So, I mean, we got plenty of cheap versions of these running around on the market. Now for Stardust Dragon here, you know, I love taking a look at some of the haha vintage cards. But if you want unlimited print, I mean, first, it's a completely different creature. This is the current story that you have to deal with if you are wanting near mint unlimiteds at this point. You know, going from $190 on up to $400 is so outlandish. But hey, man, same thing with Goyo Guardian. Though, if you want a first ed copy of this, $236, jumping on up to $238. It's kind of crazy just to see. It's also, they want $240 for a French Ultimate Rare. Come on, man. Nobody's going to spend that price point on this. That's a little bit crazy. And to really make you get a chuckle, you know those gold rare drawn Lockbirds, the really ugly cards that, you know, are just kind of off the wall? These are $5 copies. And even like going all the way up through here. So I don't know. I love that the top one is $14. If you're spending $14 for drawing Lockbirds, like, that's crazy. How often do we get sales? Wow. These golds actually sell a lot more than I expected them to. Honestly, that's actually crazy to think about. Well then, so what do you guys think about today's market? It is a place, but please, so comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.